What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the best of the best for Heatran. Is it going to be worth your time to raid for it, to power it up all the way to level 50? Let's see where it sits in Pokemon Go. Let's jump right in. Heatran in Pokemon Go is out in the raid battles for approximately a week. Are you guys excited about it? Is it fun? Is it not fun? Drop it in the comments and let me know, because today what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out the best of the best. Where does Heatran sit in Pokemon Go? We're gonna check out its stats. We're gonna check out where it sits as far as a PvP Pokemon, as well as a meta raid attacker. And then also, I think it's gonna be a little bit fun in this episode because we're gonna put in here, if it does become a shadow at some point, like we have seen a lot of these legendary Pokemon, is it going to be worth to power it up as a shadow attacker? Where is it going to sit in the fire category and the steel, because it is a fire and steel type Pokemon? So with all that said, let's start getting right after it right now. Heatran is going to max out at level 50 at 4,244. It has an attack value of 251 that's going to be ranked 98 overall, a defense of 213 that's going to be ranked 91, and a stamina of 209 that's going to be ranked 141. So it seems approximately not the best as far as its stats go, but with it being fire and steel typing, it does have a lot of resistances. But let's start off with the weaknesses. It's going to be double weak to ground, single weak to water, as well as fighting. So not really too much in there that's going to go against it, but as far as its resistances go, it looks really good. We have double resistance to bug, fairy, grass, ice, poison, and steel, and then single resistance to dragon, normal, flying, as well as psychic. So as far as the resistances go, obviously this Pokemon looks like it's going to sit really well and fare really well for its PvP purposes. And as far as its moves go, it is going to get bug bite and fire spin. Remember, it is a fire and a steel typing, so fire and steel is going to get a stab bonus for this Pokemon. Unfortunately, it does not have a steel fast move. And then as far as its charge moves, it's going to get Stone Edge, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, as well as Iron Head. So obviously there are stronger steel type moves and there are stronger fire type moves in the form of Overheat, but Flamethrower is pretty decent. Could be a little bit better, but the advantage to Flamethrower is it is a 2-bar charge as opposed to the Overheat being a 1-bar charge, even though Overheat is the superior fire move. So let's start off judging the Heatran. Where is it going to sit and seeing is it going to be best? So we're going to start off with the DPS times TDO as always, DPS being the really hard one-hitting move, and then TDO being the total damage output over the tankiness of the Pokemon, averaging those two for the best overall placing for where this Pokemon's going to sit. So Heatran, let's check it out. The best overall moveset for the Heatran is going to be Fire Spin and Flamethrower at 2,041. Then we have Fire Spin Iron Head at 1,765. The second best, Fire Spin Fire Blast, 1,761. And then Bug Bite Flamethrower, 1,598. And then Stone Edge all the way at the bottom at 1,283 and 827. So as far as the Stone Edge, that is much more of a PvP type move. It doesn't really matter as far as a meta raid attacker how much Stone Edge does as a damage, because it's not a rock type Pokemon and it's not getting the stab boosted rock move there. That is simply just a unique move, great for PvP purposes. Now let's add in the Shadow and see where it put this Heatran as far as its analytics. Shadow Heatran with the Fire Spin and Flamethrower at 3,611, almost double as strong as its counterparts non-Shadow. Then we have the Fire Spin and Iron Head at 3,108, Fire Spin Blast Burn at 3,025, Bug Bite Flamethrower at 2,807, and then the Stone Edge on there at 2,208. So looking at it as a shadow form, putting shadow onto this Pokemon with its resistances, it may not be the strongest Pokemon, but it may be able to fare really well being a shadow form with more damage output simply than just being a resistant tanky type Pokemon, which is kind of where it sits right now. So let's start analyzing where is it going to sit in the fire category, and let's include the shadow forms as we go forward. As far as the all fire type attackers, we have Mega Charizard Y at the top, Fire Spin Blast Burn 7,814. We have Mega Blaziken that also gets counter in there that does do better than the Fire Spin, but the all fire Mega Blaziken comes in second at 7,624. Then we have Mega Charizard X, Fire Spin Blast Burn at 4,376. Shadow Entei, Fire Fang Overheat 3,789. Reshiram, Fire Fang Overheat at 3,683. And then Shadow Moltres, Fire Spin Overheat 3,662. And then we have Shadow Heatran at Fire Spin and Flamethrower at 3,611. We have a couple more fires on that page, and if you want to see the regular Heatran, you can go all the way down into spot number 8 18, Fire Spin, Flamethrower at 2,041 behind things such as regular Moltres, Entei, Darmanitan, Shadow Arcanine, Volcarona, Shadow Ho-Oh, and others. So as far as Heatran goes, sitting here in the Shadow form is doing really well for it. So I wanted to put this in there because at some point we may have the possibility to be able to get Shadow Heatran. I wanted you guys to be prepared that if Shadow Heatran does come out and it is up there, I would say it is going to start topping the charts as far as Shadow and regular type counters, right? Because with this Pokemon being in its Shadow form, it does make it stronger and it can last longer, and that DPS TDO combination does fare really well for this Pokemon, and it is going to be in the top 5, which is really cool. When you do exclude the Megas, because you can only really have one Megas, there's 3 Megas sitting in the top, so you can't really rank it against all 3 of those. Without those Megas included, it's actually going to be in spot number 4. Let's also check it out as far as a Steel type attacker, but just remember it doesn't get a quick move, Steel move, so we're going to have to do without the quick move and just the Steel move. But just remember guys, we have Mega Metagross and Shadow Metagross that we're going up against that does have Meteor Mash. If we did have Overheat put on this Heatran and Meteor Mash, obviously that would be super dominant, and with its resistances it would probably make it semi-unfair, if not totally unfair. But this Pokemon, it is going up against really strong Steel type Pokemon, so let's still check it out. Sitting at the top we have Mega Metagross at Bullet Punch Meteor Mash 8261, Shadow Metagross Bullet Punch Meteor Mash 6462, Zacian Crown Sword not out yet, neither is the Mega Metagross, Metal Claw Iron Head at 4635, and then we have the regular Metagross at 3615, and then we have Shadow Heatran at Fire Spin Iron Head at 3108, followed by Mega Lucario, Jirachi. So if we're looking at this Pokemon overall, as not having the Shadow form out right now, I don't really recommend it as a counter that it's worth to try to get all that XL candy for, because it is quite costly. However, if you want to start being proactive, because remember, being proactive in Pokemon Go is one of the best ways to master Pokemon Go, having enough XL candy for the Shadow form is definitely going to be worth it when and if it does come out. I do think it will probably come out. Having one of those is definitely going to be worth it, and since it doesn't get a Steel type fast move, it's very easy to have one, multi-purpose it with Fire Spin, Flamethrower, and using Iron Head, so you are be able to multi-purpose it if you do want to use it as a Steel type attacker, even though regular Metagross is better than the Shadow Heatran in Pokemon Go as far as a meta raid attacker. So what is my recommendation as far as meta raid? Try to get the 296 XL candy if you do feel like a Shadow Heatran will come out, and if you want to be prepared for it. And if not, you don't have to, because at some point it will come back again, because Heatran seems to be one of the Pokemon Go favorite Pokemon for whatever reason, and it will probably make its way back into raids. So as far as Go Battle League, let's move on to that and see where it does sit. In the Ultra League, it's going to be sitting at 312. Not really the best placing for that. But as far as the Master League, in the Uncapped Master League, it's going to be ranked 43 with Fire Spin, Flamethrower, as well as Iron Head. So there it is. If you do want to have this Pokemon, many resistances, but just remember it's double weak to ground, so if somebody is running something like a Garchomp with Earth Power, it's going to be problematic. And then in the Classic, it's going to be ranked 51. So as far as which Master League you do play in, if you do want to wait, I would say that if the Shadow does come out, it's going to bump it up on the list as well, because it does have a lot of resistances. Putting a little bit more firepower behind it and taking away a little bit of its tankiness, I think it would serve it better in the Go Battle League. So take it for what you want. As far as a regular one, if you're just going for what you see in front of your eyes right now, I don't really think that it's worth it to go for the 296 XL candy. But just remember, for the Shadow, if you want to max it, it's going to be 360 XL candy, not 296. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, let me know in the comments now what you plan to do. Thank you to all my likers, comments, and subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.